With the White House scrambling to contain crises at home and overseas, President Obama sought some comic relief on the Colbert Report. And the punchlines came with a purpose.
Are you still president after the midterms? Because the Republicans are quite surprised that you're doing anything at all.
Look, the election didn't go as I would have liked. You notice I made a little correction there.
Yes, yeah.
I had a little thought bubble, but as president, the only office where you're elected by people all across the country, you still got a lot of responsibilities.
Making the case that he's no lame duck, the president fielded questions on the economy, an area where he'd like more credit.
Why didn't you fix the economy before the midterm elections? You win, and then maybe you don't have to come on the Colbert Report.
Actually, the truth is the economy had been on a pretty good run. We've had 57 straight months of private sector job growth, over 10 million jobs created.
You've employed a lot of people,
We have.
mostly as Secretary of Defense.
Well,
but
that's boosted our numbers a little bit.
And on immigration.
If you don't agree with how we're approaching this executive action, there's an easy solution. Pass a bill. If you pass a bill, then we're going to be able to get things done.
To respond to the growing protests in the streets after Ferguson and the chokehold death of Eric Garner, the president sat down with Black Entertainment Television. Mr. Obama said he supports the demonstrators as long as they're peaceful.
A country's conscience sometimes has to be triggered by some inconvenience. And the value of peaceful protests, activism, organizing, it reminds the society this is not yet done.
And he said he could relate to young African Americans who complain of police harassment.
You can't breathe!
My mind went back to what it was like for me when I was 17, 18, 20. Part of the reason I got into politics was to figure out how can I bridge some of those gaps in understanding so that the larger country understands this is not just a black problem or a brown problem, this is an American problem.
As for the key domestic issue that may have cost Democrats control of Congress, Obamacare, the president poked some fun at himself on the Colbert Report, noting healthcare.gov's infamous failure to launch.
I think that's where Disney got the idea for Frozen.